Բարև ձեզ։ Այսօր կզրուցեմ Engineering-ընկերության հիմնադիր Vahe Nikoghosyan-ի հետ. Mr. Nikoghosyan, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sona.
So you're officially launching Engineering-'s operations in the United States, and I think that's a big step forward. What are your main goals for this expansion?
So I am definitely pleased to announce Engineering USA. We launched last month in September. We're already a reseller in Armenia. We're the official representative of SolidWorks in Hayastan for 3 years now. And we're very, very pleased that we became the official reseller in the United States. And like I like to say, Engineering USA powered by Armenia. And the reason for that is all of my team here has helped support our Armenia operations, will help support our US operations.
So this will be the exchange of Armenian professionals and professionals in the United States?
Well, not necessarily an exchange, but the support team. So we've already built a sales team, inside sales team here. They're doing outbound phone calls into the United States to try to gain customers, technical support, implementation, IT services, anything associated with reselling, supporting our customers, our new customers in the United States. We'll try to fulfill those positions here in Hayastan. Of course, there's going to be positions in the United States, but we're very, very excited about this new expansion. The team is already growing here. They're very excited. We had a launch party a couple of weeks ago, and we're just looking forward to getting going.
And what opportunities do you see in the US market? Because this is different. It's bigger than in Armenia. And what will be different from your experience in Armenia?
Yep. So thank you for the question. In Hayastan, when we started in Armenia, there was zero. There wasn't a single reseller in Hayastan, an Armenian reseller. You could buy SolidWorks licenses from Europe or Russia or whatever, but there wasn't representation here. So when we started here in Hayastan, we started with zero. We've gone to the schools, we've gone to the universities, and our focus is organic growth from students, from faculty, from schools. Just yesterday, I was at AUA with their engineering class, presenting SolidWorks, presenting certifications, how they can become SolidWorks certified when they graduate. They can get jobs easier. So my job here is a little bit different than my job in the United States. In the US, it's already a mature market. There's over $1 billion in sales annually in SolidWorks, but my job is to grow that pie, to make it bigger, to get to 1.3, 1.4, to 1.5 billion. The opportunities are there. And with my team here, with our experience here in Hayastan, we can definitely achieve that success in the United States.
Well, for our viewers who may not know the details, what does it mean to be an authorized reseller of SolidWorks? Being
an authorized, there's not many of us. I believe I'm the 13th one. So SolidWorks, let me just go back, is the largest 3D mechanical CAD drawing software in the world. The largest companies in the world use SolidWorks to design their products. From Boeing to Tesla to Amazon, car companies, it doesn't matter. Everybody uses SolidWorks. So to become an authorized reseller, that means I have the support of Dassault Systems and SolidWorks with their resources to help education, to help customer support, to help technical questions. I have the backing of the entire company. If there was no presence in Hayastan, if you bought a license, where would you go for that help? If you can't use the license, if you have a technical issue, there's no one here to help you. So in Hayastan, we're here to help local businesses that use SolidWorks in a technical aspect and a customer support aspect, and the same thing will happen in the United States. The only difference is that my team will help support those customers in the US also. So being an official, there's not many official representatives of SolidWorks, and SolidWorks is only sold through a VAR, a value-added reseller network. You can't go to Dassault and buy SolidWorks. You have to buy it through one of these companies. So being an official representative is a big deal. It's very important, especially for the end users, for the customers that are using it in Hayastan and then eventually in the United States.
Is it the same in the United States? Are there any other companies?
Yes, there are. There's very, very large companies in the United States.
So the competitiveness is very high.
Very high, but competition is good. So you have very large resellers that do hundreds of millions of dollars a year in business, right? But there's gaps in the market. There's holes that they don't fill. And my job is to come in with my team and fill those holes. And we're already starting to do it. We're very, very excited. And I see us growing the market. I'm not stealing anybody's business. My goal is to make the market larger, to go from $1 billion to $1.2 billion to $1.3 billion to $1.4 billion, and Engineerix USA creating that expansion.
And it's very interesting for me. Will you integrate Armenian diaspora in the United States into your company in the new branch that you're
Look, the Armenian diaspora has been an integral part in all of our businesses. They are the first people we call because I know they'll pick up the phone, and they're willing to help us any which way, especially when they find out, I'm from Boston, I'm from America, right? But when they find out that we came here, established a business to support jobs here in Hayastan, but also to do business in America, I'm very unique. I don't have many customers in Hayastan. Most of my customers are in Europe and in the United States. So when they see that, and it's very easy to do business with me because I have offices in the United States, they're very excited. So the Armenian diaspora is an integral part of our expansion.
As you said, you are from Boston, and currently you live there, right? And
yes,
you are
correct.
coming frequently to Armenia. And Engineerix is a young company based in Armenia. The first branch was in Armenia.
Correct.
Founded here. And why did you see Armenia as the right place for building and growing your company here? Because many people prefer to go to the United States from Armenia, but you did the opposite.
I'll be honest. So when I came the first time, I fell in love. I absolutely fell in love, and I needed a reason to come back. I just couldn't come back for vacation. And my entrepreneurial background, really started going, and there was not a presence of SolidWorks in Hayastan. It just wasn't. And it's a shame because it is the most used engineering tool, 3D engineering tool in the world. So I immediately identified, along with some help, a gap in the market here. But our long-term goal was always to be a reseller in the United States. It wasn't just to be a reseller here in Hayastan. It was to also be a reseller in the United States. But to become a reseller in the United States, you need a lot of resources. You need a lot of manpower. So strategically, I think it was a little bit easier for me to come to Hayastan, learn how to become a reseller. It's not easy. I had no experience on becoming a reseller. We learned everything the last 3 years here. So we learned how to become a reseller, using those techniques, take it back to the United States, and then become a reseller there. When I was interviewing with Dassault, they saw all the initiatives that we did. They saw all of my interviews. They saw all of the outreach. They saw our marketing campaigns. They were very, very impressed. And it made it a lot easier for them to make a decision to approve us of expansion into the U.S.
One phrase that really stands out for me from your vision of the Engineerix and your activities in Armenia, it was like connecting Armenian innovation with global excellence.
Correct.
What does it mean in practical sense?
So Armenian innovation, I want to bring back Armenian innovation, right? We're the smartest people in the world. There's no question, right? I feel like we don't innovate anymore. If you look at our history, we invented so many things. We've increased production from the automatic transmission in the cars, from the bank machine to the Delta faucet. So many things we've invented. We've kind of lost that. And I feel like we can bring that back to Hayastan with the help of the schools, right? So if they have the right tools, and then for global innovation to use the global markets. We are a landlocked country. We need to export our brains around the world, and it's the easiest form of expansion.
And which industries do you think that will benefit from your partnerships and your activities, your companies? activities in Armenia? It's like manufacturing, design, or maybe also tech startups?
More manufacturing, design. If you're manufacturing a product, I'm going to go visit some businesses next week. They design furniture, so they could use SolidWorks to design furniture along with an add-on. If you're designing a product, aerospace, definitely, you could use, we could help in that industry. IT startups, not so much, because it's not really an IT, it's not software driven. It's a software product, but it's definitely more towards mechanical engineering and actual products. If you're designing a product that you use CNC machines or other things, you're going to use SolidWorks to design that and then fabricate it.
And you mentioned that you focus on young professionals in Armenia. So you are working with the universities, schools. What are the results in this field?
So it was our strategy from the beginning, and the results so far are very early. It's very, very early. We just finished one of our competitions. So we had a competition this year, excuse me. And it was with AUA, Polytech, all the universities, the local universities. We had over 60 participants in the competition. 30, I think half of them passed to the second level, and then we had 3 winners. So the excitement is there. Polytech had 80 students sign up for their SolidWorks courses. I was just at AUA yesterday. They have at least 30 to 40 students using SolidWorks. There's other institutes that are very excited. It's my job to work with them, to get them motivated, and then give them hope that they're going to find a good paying job when they graduate. So it's a long road, and I'm not afraid. It's going to take time, but I think we had a good start in the last 3 years.
So is SolidWorks in their curriculum programs, or this is just very extraordinary program for them?
No, it is. The couple of the schools have done a very good job implementing it within their curriculum. So if they're taking engineering classes, they're using this as an additional tool to teach them mechanical engineering or engineering, and then after they graduate with the EDU package that they have, that I've offered it to them, their students are eligible to take certifications and pass SolidWorks and become SolidWorks certified users.
And talking about potential of Armenia overall, what's your assessment? What's your thoughts about this?
I think we have great potential. I mean, if I didn't think we had great potential, I would not be this excited. If you look at software development in the last 10, 15 years, look at the industry that went from basically zero to what it is today. I mean, why are some of the largest companies in the world interested in opening up offices in Hayastan? Service Titan is here. I know, they're from the diaspora too, but Service Titan, NVIDIA, big companies are looking here. My job is to do the same for engineering. I want I want to grow the pool of engineers, get these kids excited to learn engineering, and then have some of the largest companies in the world open up their R&D offices here in Hayastan for their engineers. Why should they go to India? Why should they go to Costa Rica? Why should they go to Mexico when they could come here to Hayastan and do the same thing here? But they're not going to come here if there isn't engineers. They're not going to teach it to them. They want to come here and expect the professionals to be ready to go to work.
And looking ahead, how do you think and imagine the next steps for engineering in Armenia? How would you grow your company here, and what opportunities do you see here in Armenia? So again,
I think the expansion for my own company is Engineerix USA. The Armenian market is going to take some time to grow. And I know that. I knew that going in from the beginning. The goal was to learn how to become a reseller in Armenia, to supply the Armenian market with SolidWorks licenses, to get them excited, but to become a reseller in the US. Now that I'm a reseller in the US, once that starts going, there's going to be multiple opportunities for jobs here in tech support, in implementation, in customer service, in sales, in order entry, in accounting, and in finance. the jobs are endless. These large resellers employ hundreds of people. So my goal is not to employ these hundreds of people in the United States, it's to employ them here in Hayastan.
So there will be like a bridge between Armenia and the US branches?
Correct, yes. Yeah, a very strong bridge, a very big, beautiful bridge.
You mentioned that you're focusing on young professionals here, but and you have had many initiatives for them. Are there any other new initiatives for these professionals in the future that you are planning?
Initiatives as far as not necessarily. I mean, we're doing what we're doing. I'm working with the schools. We're going to have more competitions. I want them to get excited. I'm doing everything possible to help them along in their careers. We have internship programs. I've also partnered with other companies.
So you are collaborating with other companies in Armenia?
Yes. We collaborated with Devaro for our previous competition. They were our title sponsor. And when they were at the event, they were a part of the judging team. They offered internships to all the participants of the competition. They were very excited. And I'm going to meet with them again for our second competition coming up in 2026. So my whole focus is to do whatever I can to grow the engineering talent in Hayastan.
So we talked also about Armenian diaspora in the United States, and you are from Boston, so you are one of the great example as a person who already succeeded in Armenia in some sense. And what are the ways that you are planning to show Armenia as a beneficial place and landscape for new companies and maybe in the IT sphere or engineering sphere to the Armenian diaspora in elsewhere, like not also in the United States?
I've done some interviews with diaspora media, and my colleagues in the United States, I talk to them. They're all very interested. Again, they're all diaspora Armenians. They're very inquisitive of what I'm doing here, and the network has grown. So I do have other people calling me now, friends of friends or colleagues of colleagues, and asking me, how did I get started? What did I do? And I love taking those questions because it was a hard road for us to get started. We started in 2020 during COVID, right before the war. And then the war happened, so it was a very difficult time. I share those experiences with other people. I'm an open book. I don't hide anything from anyone, and whatever I could do to help them, I will help them if they're interested in starting a business here in Hayastan.
And what's next for Engineerix? Is the United States the last station for this company, or?
Never. No. I mean, I have other plans. I would love to go to other markets, but right now our focus is totally in the United States. Hayastan is very close to, I think, some emerging markets that potentially could be very, very well suited for our business. But right now, my sole concentration is in the US, but there definitely will be other expansion.
Thank you for the interview, Mr. Nikoghosyan.
Sona, it was a great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Հարգելի հեռուստադիտողներ, հիշեցնեմ, որ զրուցում է Engineerix ընկերության հիմնադիր Վահե Նիկողոսյանի հետ։ Այսօր այսքանը, կհանդիպենք։